Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. I have a 1 versus 1 for you today on The Ditch. Now, I picked this replay because this is a very difficult map to play. It's kind of hard to work out because it is very large and has some extremely interrupted terrain. So it's kind of hard to get any one strategy going. I picked this replay because we have two very high-ranking players, TA for Life, which all of you know, and Carabas Barabbas. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I don't really care because that is a ridiculously fun name to say, so I'm going to say it like that. I am not sure exactly who that is, but it is a 2000 ranked player, so I have no doubt that we're going to see some solid gameplay from both of these guys. Now we're going to analyze a little bit more in detail what these guys are building and how they're expanding, so hopefully we can learn something from them. Alright, TA for Life is going first land and starting the mother of all Tech 1 power spams. This map has an insane amount of reclaim. I mean, it is absolutely ludicrous how much mass is in these rocks. You can see scattered all around down the center island. There's more down here. There's just so much mass over this entire map. And you see Carabas is also spamming up tons of power generators in order to get ahead and hopefully not power stall using all that mass. And you can see 3 minutes into the game, we've already got 1,500 for both players reclaimed. Alright, looks like we're going second air for Carabas and TA for Life as well. And TA is going to throw up multiple air factories. He's going to try to get a handle on air control fairly early. Same deal for Carabas. Holy cow. About 10 air factories laid out. So these guys are going to start up a very aggressive air game. And as I was saying about the size of the map, transports are important to get spread out quickly. There is no way that you can walk your engineers out fast enough. So they're immediately going to set down, build land factories, radar, and get set up. And we do have a transport over here for Carabas as well. That transport's going to come back. Actually, that is a second transport. Got two transports running here. Taking another batch of engineers to the top. And more than likely, as we were seeing with these two factories, these guys are going to focus most of their land spam on the outside corners so they can fend off any attacks coming around the outside edge. And the center looks like it's going to be mostly air for both players. Much higher priority on air over there. Tech 2 air factory and immediately beginning the Tech 2 PGen spams. Barely keeping his head above water on the power. TA is desperately trying to get that online so he can burn off this mass. He's already at 10k reclaimed. Carabas is actually a little ahead. He has got almost 14 reclaimed and he is still building Tech 1 power. I would hope that he will get Tech 2 soon because he Tech 2 power is way more power efficient for the mass invested, many times better. And then Tech 3 is better still. Got some engineers up here as well. There is a lot of reclaim on the plateau at the top. So, that is a lot of error for TA. I'm actually surprised. It looks like he has equal to or greater than amount of interceptors. Even though he has fewer air factories and not much assistance, I'm 100% positive that Carabas will be passing him very quickly here. He has a large group up north. And there's a Tech 2 gunship coming in for a little bit of a raid, but I don't think it's going to do a whole lot of good. Going to kill a few engineers, and in the end it will die to the sheer number of interceptors that Carabas has pushed out. That is a mighty powerful air swarm. And it looks like TA is going to nab that corner. And we have a land spam going down in the northern corner for Carabas. It is kind of unusual not to see much aggression here. You have a Tech 2 gunship there. Normally, especially with an Aeon opponent, you'll see some Auroras pushing across and trying to stop things like this. It looks like it will be an artillery drop at some point, possibly. But these players are looking fairly laid back. I would say that there is an important lesson here in the use of transports and expanding quickly. On this map, if you do not expand quickly, you are dead meat, and more factories is better because there is absolute metric crap tons of reclaim. You can see here 4,600 power income, and he's still using almost all of his power at points to burn off this mass. 65,000 reclaim at 12 minutes. 65 for Carabas as well, running neck and neck power reclaim. Although TA for Life has put a lot more of his mass into mass extractor upgrades. You can see he's upgrading 4 Tech 2s at once to get that Tech 3 online. He's using up his mass that way. Carabas is taking a bit more care. He is doing things the traditional way, getting those mass storages online and upgrading his mass extractors at a more reasonable pace, but he is also pushing units. We've got Blazes coming across here. Going to clean up some of this eco and a couple of engineers. Yes, that was a decent amount of build power killed. And then he's also expanding on the northern side. But we do have bricks out for TA for Life. He did beat Carabas to Tech 3, and those bricks are going to be a very handy-dandy tool to beat off those Blazes. Bricks versus Blazes. Seems like there's an old-timey obscene phrase in there somewhere. If I could just wrap my tongue around it. Tons of Tech 2 support factories down here. There are mass extractors missing. That was artillery booking its way through the back there. Going to do a little damage, but not too terribly much. Corsairs coming in. And Tech 3 Air is on the field. I actually missed the first run of that. There are 2 strat bombers out already. TA is teching much more rapidly than Carabas is. But Carabas is finally starting to catch up. You can see his eco numbers here. He has overtaken TA, or at least matched him in income. And he is starting to get his other things online. He does have Tech 3 online. TA tried to get a drop down here, but that is going to fail thanks to gunships. And I'd love to see some good use from these strat bombers. Potentially he could get an ACU kill right now, but I don't think he has intel on the fact that his power is stalling. Love this. Got a stealth base with tac launchers, and he is trying to snipe off the power. Carabas did manage to get his RAS online, so that is not going to be an issue for him, but that is still a nuisance. The gunships are going to clean that up pretty quickly, though. Blazes harassing the ever-living daylights out of TA for Life. He is having major issues. Actually, that looks like another power stall briefly for Carabas. His income dipped. That was probably second RAS. TA, he did really well at the start and then just kind of stopped. And the harassment began from these Blazes. And then TA seems to be getting pushed a little bit off balance. He has a ton of bricks out in the water, and he's losing a couple of mexes here and there to all of these Blazes that are around. Blazes individually are incredibly weak units, but it is scary how their damage stacks up when you start getting large numbers of them. Harbies coming around the outside edge. As long as there's some bricks here, and there will be because there is a support factory there, these Harbies can be easily denied by a few bricks. The bricks do have a massive range advantage and a very large amount of health, so they should be fine. You're going to see these Tech 2 strat bombers come in, and that, I can honestly say that was probably a mistake. Seeing as the Tech 2 bomber, or the Tech 2 mass extractors cannot be killed in one pass by a bomber, that gives rise to a pretty major issue when you're throwing away a strat bomber worth of mass to not even kill a Tech 2 mass extractor. This would have been an amazing target. Since he is not shielded and he's standing in between 2 Tech 3 power generators, those 3 strat bombers with the stealth on them could have flown right around in the back here and planted a single, one bomb from each of 3 bombers right there. It would have been 3 bombers worth of damage to his ACU and 2 power generators death weapons, and that would absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, kill that ACU. And that would have been a hilarious move to see, but he is going to move a little further away, and the opportunity is wasted because those strat bombers are dead. We can see he moved his ACU up to the northern side here. That is going to give it a good bit of protection. He does have Ras and Mazer. At some point, we may actually see a teleport here. Things are looking better for him, though, although that is some bad micro on those bricks. Running 2 bricks head first into a large number of Harbingers. If he would have kited, he probably could have killed 3 or 4 of those instead of just the 1 or 2. Possibly gotten all of them if he'd been careful enough. 2 bricks are... Well, no, there's enough Harbingers there. They would have killed it, but he would have done a lot more damage if he had kited out of the situation. And there was a very large brick spam up here. You can see all of the damage that was done, but those restores are going to drop those bricks, and TA for Life did lose air control. You've got to have 3 ASF per restore before you engage, and he engaged with only about half the ASF that he needed. Now, a lot of people complain about the restore being overpowered, and oh, you need 3 ASF to kill a restore. Well, to that I say 3 ASF is actually mass equivalent to 1 restore, and the 3 ASF win. So that is actually the air superiority. Fire does actually have air superiority. We've got Harbingers absolutely demolishing those Tech 1 point defense like they aren't even there. I think he lost 1 Harbinger. Yes, 1 Harbinger for all of those point defense. Kind of sad. And those Harbies are going to cause some major issues in the back of that base. But Stealthy Cybran is going to come out of the water here and take a run directly into this base. I would love to see these T3 power generators going down. That would do a very large amount of damage. Hopefully he could actually get air control back, because he does have a good number of ASF. If he can shut down that air production by killing the power, he would actually have a pretty good chance of salvaging this game, although he does have so many Harbingers in his base. We've got Harbies over here and bricks over here. Where did his ACU go? Oh, there it is. He did get the teleport upgrade. And the bricks are being cleaned up quite efficiently by restores, although we do have ASF coming in to try and clean up the mess. I don't think there are... That was a terrible mistake, trying to kite out of range with those ASF. Oh, there's the teleport, but no Mazer. That was a perfect opportunity. Come on, Mazer, fire, 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 fire. And no, it's just not going to. Glitchy weapon. Thank you, Mazer, for losing this game with your failure to initiate. Actually, TA for Life, I don't know. I think he did lose enough map control here. There was a couple of major blunders that he made. I think he would have eventually lost this just due to the amount of damage that has been done up here. But it's so sad when you have to fall back on a tactic like that and then it fails. He had a prime opportunity to snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat, but instead Telemazer up and killed him. Sad thing. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you can all learn something about expansion on the ditch. Like I said, this is an incredibly difficult map to play. Kudos to both of these guys. They both did excellent work. Reclaim, 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 power spam, and hopefully win it. Lots of tech. Alright, that is going to wrap it up for this cast. Thanks for watching.